Hello everyone. Welcome back to another StudyingWorks lesson. Today we'll be explaining to you how to complete the APUSH summer assignment, and we'll be giving you tips along the way on how to complete it to the best of your ability. Here's some basic info. You'll need an APUSH textbook, specifically this one, a few pieces of lined papers and different pens, pencils, or highlighters, and an eraser too, and a decent amount of time, and of course the instructions. And this video will take you through each step of them, giving you tips along the way. And that's pretty much all there is to know about the video. So, first things first, for notes and vocab, don't write everything down. Instead, sum up each section in your own words, while still taking note of important names, dates, and facts. You can see here, I condensed this text from a paragraph in a section of the textbook, while hardly getting rid of any important dates or names. And there's 33% less lines. In order to do this, read the text first and then try to restate it. Don't take notes as you read. Take notes after you're finished reading. For the vocab, if it asks you to define multiple terms at once, like Hococom, Anasazi, Pueblos, I believe is an example. Don't define them separately. You should also refrain from skipping lines so that you have more space and paper saved. Learn the 50 states, just look at a map, play some online quizzes or games and learn the abbreviations. It's really easy. For the essays, for the Imperial Rivalries one, read the essays and answer questions in either order. For the question that asks you to make a chart, you might want to draw out a flow chart. It's your choice, really depends on what works best for you. But for the Indian slavery in the Americas, which is a really long text, which more like an essay though, because it is an essay, for all the questions, it's definitely best to read the entire text first before doing any objective analysis to answer the questions. The reason I say that is because of its length. It's not exactly one of those things where you can just look at the paragraph and get the answer. You have to read the entire thing. Some key things to note are Europeans acquired Native American slaves from Native Americans. In exchange, Native Americans would get alliances with those Europeans in trading goods. Native Americans knew that if they didn't sell other Native Americans into slavery for Europeans, Europeans could hurt them even more, so they didn't really have that much of a choice, unfortunately. They would sell rival tribes and other Native Americans they didn't know into slavery as well. And for the Americas 1620, read the essays and answer questions in either order. Forgot to mention, the Indian slavery in the Americas says Indians, but Native Americans is more technically correct and mean geographically correct. But for the 1620, read the essays, answer questions. You can do it in either order. Doesn't really matter. But for the Columbian Exchange, the visualization link does not work. Skip this part of the assignment. You might want to print out a piece of paper from the visualization, but you're not going to get any content. That's why it doesn't work. For each writing part, make sure to read each paragraph carefully before responding. For question 10, which may confuse some people, just write one HIP statement explaining the historical context, intended audience, purpose, and point of view. There's an example format right down here, and it'll help you answer the questions, which basically tell you to write a HIP statement. For the T-chart, just go back to the textbook and the articles to add whatever you can. Use bullet points if you wish. There's like a 0.1% chance the teacher will take off points, but most likely they will not care. Tips to recall this information from your summer assignment and put it into writing. You don't need to put all these names and vocabulary terms into Quizlet. If your brain can make a connection between an event and a name or term, then you should be able to recall it. And if you can't make a connection, read it a few times and see if you can recall it. If you can, great. Now try to make the mental leap to understand its historical significance. Like, what was the significance of Francis Drake raiding the Spanish ships? Was it showing that England was starting to get involved into colonizing land in the New World? It's not just about who Francis Drake was and the fact that here's a name that you can use on a prompt. It's about understanding the historical significance. Once you've done that, put it in writing. Make sure to have someone smarter than you review it. If it's good, you know you've mastered it. If it's not so good, You might need some work on your writing, your understanding of that concept, or both. Thanks for watching. If you have any remaining questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching StudyingWorks.